NIO stock is again on the verge of new all-time highs. At the time of this video, it is at $61 a share and just a couple percent away from being the highest it has ever been. Now, this happened due to some great news being announced yesterday that caused the stock to go up more than 6% that day. There are some updates coming out on NIO's expansion plans. So guys, we have to talk about these news, if NIO is worth buying around these $60 levels right now, and also answer whether I think NIO can become a $300 per share or more stock in the future. Guys, make sure to stick around so you don't miss anything today. Firstly, looking at the stock chart, we see that we are again so close to breaking the all-time highs of around $64. And I just want to congratulate everyone who managed to hold this stock throughout the consolidations and when everyone else was flocking into the short squeeze stocks and other speculative stocks. I do like to speculate on riskier buys such as penny stocks myself, but mainly being a long-term investor, I am happy to see the NIO investors actually holding the stock for its fundamentals and not to just make a quick buck. There are tons of random pump and dump stocks out there that just fly to the moon and crash back down because no one has actually studied the company and instead bought just because everyone else has. And I'm happy to see that the NIO investors, me included, just like Tesla investors, are in for the long term and because they believe that the stock and the company has massive potential for upside and can hit the hundreds of dollars in share price in the future. So as always, there's actually a catalyst that causes this run up of 6.5% for a stock like NIO, and that is mainly a very bullish research report released by the analyst of Deutsche Bank, where they make some huge predictions about the company and its future. Guys, they talked about NIO's expansion plans and scaling, which as we all know is really the most important thing that NIO is working on right now that will take the company to the next level. So to quote Deutsche Bank themselves, after talking about the new industrial campus NIO is building with the government, they said that, quote, "In our view, this lays the groundwork for capacity expansion to help NIO reach its 300,000 long-term volume target, or nearly 3 times the current capacity." Details were not provided on financing resources, but we suspect there will be large support in the form of bank credit lines or arrangements similar in nature. Guys, for Deutsche Bank to say that is just huge. A volume of more than 300,000 cars produced every year would lead to some ridiculous revenue for NIO and would obviously pave the way for even more expansion. I think people really underestimate just how easy it is and becomes to continue ramping up your production and expanding even further once you're making billions of dollars in sales. There will no longer be the need to raise money by offering shares, and the company just becomes a cash machine that can finance its growth easier and easier. Just for comparison, Tesla delivered almost 500,000 vehicles in 2020, which I think is just awesome by the way, and proves to the world that the company is absolutely living up to its hype. But Tesla also has a market cap of $770 billion. And although I still think it is undervalued for a long-term investor because of all the other things the company is doing right now, just compare that to NIO being worth around $95 billion. So if NIO actually manages to reach that 300,000 or more production volume, I can easily see this stock going to $200 or even $300 a share, and even then it is still worth only half of Tesla's current market cap. Again, no bash at Tesla, I love the company and they are miles ahead of the other electric vehicle contenders, so I think even their current valuation is great, to be honest. But still, this means that in my opinion, getting to even the $300 share price is totally feasible for us long-term investors that are willing to buy and hold the stock for years to come. The electric vehicle market will just be getting bigger and bigger in the future, and looking at the famous fund ARK Invest prediction, we can't even fathom how much larger it would be just in a couple of years, 4 or 5 years compared to today. Now, going back to the Deutsche Bank analyst, they did say that even though NIO posted a job listing on LinkedIn for the US market, they still do not believe that NIO will expand there in the near future. I think this is all totally fine since they still have a massive amount of market shares to take in China's car market as well as the European markets that they will be moving to as early as this year. Deutsche Bank are expecting to see Norway becoming NIO's first market outside of China, and they expect that to happen this year. This is also proven even further by tons and tons of job listings going out more than a month ago. And also, just the last week, we saw even more listings going out for Norway for roles such as technician and service technical support. These are not planning or preparing roles, but actually require NIO cars to exist in Norway and get work done. So it seems like NIO are really getting serious about this expansion, guys. And the last point we just have to talk about is how Deutsche Bank compared NIO to the tech giant that is Apple, saying that their used car platform called NIO Certified shows that NIO's ultimate goal is to create a closed-loop, streamlined ecosystem for its users, similar to what Apple has done. They think that the NIO Certified platform will provide a transparent, competitive and reliable marketplace for used vehicles backed by strict quality standards and service. This thing was quite overshadowed because it was announced at the same time that NIO announced the new ET7 model, but it really proves to me at least that NIO is creating an everlasting brand that will attract customers loyal to the brand for years or even decades to come, just like Apple has done. So guys, with all these points being made, do I think NIO is still worth buying right now at the current share prices? So if it isn't obvious already, I am clearly bullish on the stock and I think it has great potential for the future. And although we are at higher share prices right now, I do not like to wait for a dip that might never come. And especially when investing in long-term plays that I am planning to hold for years to come anyways. And as I just said, I think even prices like $300 are feasible in the future, and I am excited to see where the future will take us. As always though guys, always have a diversified portfolio so you spread your risk. It's just so important, no matter how bullish you are on a particular stock, and make sure to do your own research and come to your own conclusions when investing in NIO or any stock for that matter, since I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. And with that, I want to conclude today's video. If you are new here, by the way, my name is Sam and welcome to the channel. Here I talk about various different interesting growth stocks that I think have tons of potential and will do big things in the future. And clearly I think NIO is one of those stocks. Anyways, if you like this particular video, then please press that like button. It is the absolute best way you can support me, and it helps the video reach out to more people and spread the message about NIO pretty much. Also, if you watched all the way to this point, and if you enjoy this content of course, then why not subscribe to the channel and join our rapidly growing community. Guys, as always, thank you so much for your support, and thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.